I would like to introduce my A/B experiment, and this will be the landing page of EMA. EMA is a startup founded in 2015, which is selling mattresses. It has grown towards a company of 200 employees within 20 different markets or countries, selling over 300,000 mattresses per year. We will deep dive within the experiment into the German market of mattresses. It's actually a 1 billion market, and is a very good example of old economy meeting new economy. The goal of the A/B experiment is to ultimately increase the revenue of EMA. Since revenue is the lifeblood of any business, this is also here the main target. In order to track it, I will use two main KPIs. On one hand, the click-through rate, and the second KPI, the conversion rate. Regarding the click-through rate, I will measure the click-through rate of the landing page in order to measure how many customers ultimately come to the product offering side of EMA. The second KPI that I will track is the conversion rate, which is measured by number of orders or conversions divided by the number of visitors times 100%. The conversion rate, I choose it since it also eliminates some noise of the data, such as the size of the basket or the price of the product, since EMA sells various different mattresses, and in this case I want to have the conversion rate, since I consider that each customer, independently of the basket, is a valuable customer with different needs in terms of the product or in terms of the mattresses. And also, since in the experiments I will not make any adjustments to pricing, to discount, that's why I believe that the conversion rate is the best KPIs in order to see the success or the failure of the experiment. Units of randomization, we will use website visits. We also use cookies to ensure that visitor is always assigned to the same treatment group. The test will be run in Germany, since EMA is present in 20 countries, and cultural differences will affect the behavior and the outcome. Regarding the risks, on one hand, if a customer accesses the landing page through different devices, he may see different treatments, and also, of course, if a couple at home discuss the product offer and where within different treatment groups, they may detect that they are within an experiment, and these are threats that we'll have to take into consideration. So now, before we jump into the experiment, first treatment A, the status quo of EMA's landing page here in Germany. As you can see, a rather simplistic landing page with a clear message or promise of EMA towards the customers. In order to see the offers, or also to see some offerings of EMA, you have to scroll down. Also, the click button that as you can see, is not visible when you access the landing page of EMA. In experiment B, I propose to change the click to action button. As you saw in the status quo, the click to action button was not visible. We have the so-called fold. The fold is the line that separates the visible part of your web page from the part that will be only visible once the visitor scrolls down. However, the call to action button should always be placed above the fold, so that's immediately visible to the customer, and in order that the customer feels at home, so to say, and has a clear view on the actions that are possible from the moment on that they access EMA's landing page. And a click to action is definitely a button that most users are familiar with. It also will make them feel clear on the objectives, on the way they can continue from the landing page onwards. Secondly, I would also propose further adjustment of the click to action button, and actually I would choose a contrasting color of the call to action button, since it was formerly very similar to the colors that you see on the web page, and by choosing something contrasting will help to make it apart from the other visual elements on the page, and therefore we have a clear visual stimulus that stands out and guides the customers with this external trigger. I expect that this adjustment will increase the click-through rate of EMA's landing page in order and help the customers to get to the product offerings of EMA. In treatment C, I propose the introduction of nudge notification within the landing page of EMA. This is driven by consumer psychology and by using real website data to create notification will attract visitors' attention and persuade them to take action. Meaning, if you know that there is limited stock available, will create a sense of urgency within the customer and persuade them to take action. I would actually introduce here 4 different types of notification. On one hand, how many people recently viewed the product. Then I would include a second which would give the information when the product would arrive would arrive at the customer's place, and last the information that there is free shipping. This is actually also already a feature that EMA has, but it's not intuitively visible for the customers. And last but not least, as I mentioned at the beginning, the information on the available stock. And I expect that this nudge notification will create a sense of urgency and will persuade them, the customers, to take action and ultimately increase the conversion rate. Regarding treatment D, I propose the introduction of customers' review on the landing page of EMA. This is coming back to the principle of social proof, meaning the key of selling more in e-commerce is persuasive contact, and to get it you need to understand how the people think, and social proof is actually one of the most significant factors in shaping consumers' decisions, and it's also an important part on how consumers make choices. That's why social proof is a very powerful marketing tool within the e-commerce. Various research within the last years have confirmed the importance of social proof, and therefore I believe that by showing positive reviews from others will persuade the customers to take action and give him some confidence and some credibility, and therefore the hypothesis is that this treatment will result in a higher conversion rate. So now to wrap up, here an overview of the ABCD experiments and the various treatments proposed. Thanks for listening and looking forward to your feedback.